Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Hello everybody, welcome to the Forex Daily Video Research. Today the Monday, 29th of November, and we will continue to track the euro currency. First of all, I would like to say that we will not talk about the lower time frames, hourly and 4 hour, because currently there are no really exciting moments on these charts. I do not see anything very special, maybe except the possible bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart with the MACD indicator. So let's talk about the daily time frames, because they contain the most important information for the starting of the coming week. First of all, market has reached our 618 expansion target from this ABC pattern and Fibonacci support around 132.32. So this was the area of agreement. Judd Napoli called this agreement, where the Fibonacci expansion target coincides with the Fibonacci euro support level. Okay, market trying to push down, but pulled back, it closed and stay just above this Fibonacci support. Well, market has hit it already once, so I think that during the second attempt this level will not be so strong. Also, take note that this was a really strong sell-off during the previous week. Market has erased all the pivot points, just touched the pivot point, passed through the support 1, support 2 and reached this target. The very important thing that market stays just above the daily oversold area. That will be 137.74 for the Monday. So this is not in general the area where I will be very comfortable to establish any short positions, because market stays at agreement and was very close to the daily oversold. Although market is not totally oversold right here, because it has some room for the possible move to the downside, and I can't exclude the moments that market tried to burst this area and will continue some move to the downside, but I do not want to sell right here. I prefer to count on some pullback to establish a short position. Also, probability suggests that market can show retracement possibly to this area. This weekly pivot point for the coming week is 134.09. Okay, because pivot points are usually traced by the market in the 70–80% of cases. Very rare market doesn't touch the pivot point. The next target of this possible move to the downside is 100% expansion, 129.53. Also, this is the area of agreement with this Fibonacci support area 129.74. The green line is the weekly pivot support 130.33. So also this area will be the very strong area of support, but this area is not very logical right now because it's beyond the area of the daily oversold. So when the market will neutralize the oversold area, make some retracement to the upside, then possibly we can continue to move to this target. Okay, now so let's look at the daily time frame from another point of view to establish possible areas to enter on the short side. Here we can see the swing to the downside, very powerful move. Now, two areas to watch for establishing short positions. First area is this 134.23, 134.09, that includes weekly pivot point and Fibonacci resistance area. The second, and is my preferable area, this area of daily confluence resistance 134.62, 136.11. This daily confluence resistance, and 136.18. This red line is the weekly pivot resistance 1. So this will be the area of very strong resistance, confluence resistance and weekly pivot resistance 1. When the market retraced on the bull trend, on the bearish trend, it retraced to the weekly pivot resistance 1. So that has happened during current week. Okay. Also, when the market accelerates on the bearish trend, it accelerates from the pivot point. So market trades pivot point and moves down, trades and moves down. Okay, trades and moves down. So I suppose that during coming week, market still can reach this area of resistance. Why? Because market is very close to the level of reversal. So this could be the scenario like it has happened during the previous week. Market was close to the oversold and shows deep retracement to the weekly pivot resistance. If market stays, for example, in the middle between these two lines, between the oscillator predictor, I can say that possibly yes, we can hit just this area and continue move to the downside. But in the current circumstances, I suppose that market can reach this area of resistance, and this will be very nice area to establish short position with the stops just above this swing high. Although this swing is very obvious, at the same time this is daily overbooked around 138.12. okay, and this is really strong sell-off. If bears still control the market, market should not break this area or even this barrier of resistance, because this is the previous swing high, this is the daily overbought. I suppose that we can place stops just about this area around 138, maybe 20, 25. This is a nice area for placing stop and enter on the short side from this area of resistance 135.60 to 136.11 to this nice area for establishing short positions. Well, how we should act during the coming week on Monday? First of all, look how market will respond in this first area of resistance. If market will break it to the upside, don't be short, because when the market moves above the weekly pivot point, this is a bad idea to enter on the short side. Wait for deeper retracement, and this will be the high probability that the market should reach this area of resistance. If market will show some A, B, C, D on the lower time frames, on the hourly time frame, with agreement with this area, and will fail around this weekly pivot point and this fib resistance, then possibly we can enter on the lower time frames from the swing down when the market will accelerate to the downside from this area and confirm this level of resistance will fail around the weekly pivot point. This will be our signal for the possible enter on the short side, but not before that. Market should fail at weekly pivot point. Okay, if it would fail there and move to the downside, will show some acceleration, we can enter some retracement on the lower time frame, on the 30-minute charts, on the hourly charts, some retracement to enter on the short side. If market will break this area, then possibly it should reach this area of resistance, and that possibly this fact that I personally waiting for. I still think that market has more probabilities to reach this area, because market can repeat this scenario. Okay, that being said, the couple of areas to establish the short positions, I think that market still can reach the area 130, 129 that we have seen on the previous chart, and two areas to watch for: this area 134.23 and this area of confluence resistance. That's my preferable one to establish short positions. If market will fail there, we should use the possible thrust to the downside and some retracement from it to establish the short positions right here. If it breaks above it, don't be short. Wait until market will reach this area of strong resistance and enter on the short side with stops just above this area and the target of 100% expansion of the daily time frame around 129.70.